uncle, father has given selfless service to Jamaica. And we know say when he come on to hanky-panky, him not in it, that not enough him league. And we going to make sure so that we put a Minister of Finance who will ensure that there is probity and transparency in every single financial transaction that is done in Jamaica, including what takes place in the Financial Investigation Division of Jamaica. But comrades, you know me, I have to be on the battlefield. Because when I was growing up in St. Mary, Wood Parish indeed, my mother taught me in the fine traditions of the People's National Party. And I that we might be poor, but we're proud and ambitious. And she ensured that I went to a good school, get an education, so even when blindness came, I had sufficient in me in terms of ambition to want to move on. And thanks to
people,
the
like up the live,
policies
share up the live,
of the
like and
People's
comment, share
National
and
Party,
subscribe.
I was able to
Southeast,
get
St.
into
Andrew, Trafalgar
university
Division,
and
share
complete
up
a
the live,
first degree,
people.
complete a second degree,
Swebe, Julian,
and
Jesse
complete
Clark,
a
share up the
third
live,
degree
people.
in the form of a PhD. And I tell you, I am happy because the leader of our noble movement has seen it fit and him say, listen, me Floyd, I want you to be deputy chairman for the noble movement, and that has been a first for a blind person in Jamaica, and thanks to the People's National Party for making sure that persons with disabilities are brought in the front and center of Jamaican development. And we know that his father was one of the pioneer advocates for persons with disabilities in this country. And so it wasn't strange for him to call me and say, Floyd, I'm gonna give you a new portfolio to shadow, that of housing and sustainable living. And I want you to make sure that you come up with some solutions to build affordable housing for the people of Jamaica. And that is why we say that when we take over the $11.4 billion that they take out of NHT every year
people, just share
to
up the
fund
live,
the budget,
like and comment,
we are
like
going
and
to
comment,
stop
share,
that annual
subscribe, push up the
extraction
algorithm,
and make
recommend
sure
the video,
that the
like up the
$11.4
video,
billion
send it out a road,
is
send
there
it
in
out.
the NHT
PMP
to
something nice, I'm
build
a comrade them there.
affordable houses for the people of Jamaica. And we say as well that out of that $11.4 billion, we are going to set up a special fund to make sure that young people can get a $500,000 grant to pay for the deposit of their houses, because People's National Party believe that our young people must own them own a door key and own them own houses in Jamaica. And we say we are going to be building out
like up the live, my people. All who say PMP, type PMP. All who say power to the people, type power. All who say time come, type time come. All who say Mark Golden, type one Marky G. Well, my PMP them, they put up the flag now, put up the fist.
A one-bedroom was selling for about $7 million. A two-bedroom was selling for about $12 million. That's where Portia Simpson Miller left it in 2016. And now under this leader, Andrew Holness, is pure 20 and $30 million houses are built with NHD money, and Mark Golding said that office stop because NHD was established to provide affordable houses for the working class of Jamaica. And we're going to build out 50,000 houses. And the good thing about it, Comrade Julian, is that when we build those houses, those contributors of NHD will not be paying for the land portion of the housing cost. And that is going to make the price for houses cheaper by between $2.5 and $3 million in Jamaica. I say glory to Mark Golding and the People's National Party.
The little boy is mashing up with this.
Indeed, we are going to take it to them. And comrades, we say that we are going to implement the rent to buy initiative, because when we build out the 50,000 houses, we're going to make a portion of it available for rent to buy, so that the barbers, the hairdressers, the taxi drivers, the household helpers, who they don't get a monthly pay slip, but they want to own a piece of this rock too, we're gonna make sure that they can rent these units, and over a 6 to 8 months period, we're going to convert that rent into mortgage so that they can own their own homes. Because the People's National Party believe that it is best to pay a mortgage than to pay rent. Because when you pay a mortgage, you own your own key. When you pay rent or somebody key, you have to borrow. And comrades, the final housing initiative that I want to mention is the program for the orderly renewal and transformation of infrastructure in all areas, the Porsche initiative. The initiative that we are putting in place to replace Operation Pride. And we're gonna make sure that all those 47 Operation Pride developments across this country, we're gonna make sure we complete those developments and make the people them get the title for the land that they live on. We are going to be tearing down zinc fences and putting up concrete walls or chain link fences across this country. We're gonna be improving sidewalks to make it accessible for persons with disabilities. And indeed, we're going to give Jamaica a brand new facelift under the Porsche initiative. And you know, your member of parliament, being the quintessential member of parliament, being the advocate for the people, once him hear these housing initiative announced, him never hesitate. Him call me upon the phone and him said to me, Comrade Floyd, make sure that McGregor Gully is in the offering. Make sure that Woodford Park is up and running. Make sure that Swallowfield is up and running. And I have to say to Comrade Julian, you don't worry. Because we're going to roll out the Porsche in Southeast St. Andrew to make sure that we tear down zinc fences and build up concrete walls or chain link fences and improve the sidewalks throughout the constituency so that your senior citizens and persons with disabilities can move with ease. And we go and build out some of the low-income houses
share up the
in
live
this
now, man.
constituency
40 odd
to make
people press
sure
like now. We're
that
not
working
charging
class
us.
Jamaicans
Free of all card,
can
like,
get
share, man.
their
Like and
keys
share and
to their
subscribe.
owner
Comment.
homes as we build and transform Jamaica. And so I say to you, comrades, let us go in the highways and the byways to make sure that the People's National Party is returned to government whenever the next election is called. Comrades, they can run, but they cannot hide. They can delay, but not forever. Because I say, I see the signal waving in the sky. Victory for the PNP. Draw it nigh. One love, comrade. God bless you as we march forward to victory.
Jamaica said they want to celebrate this year. This year and the victory here. What the progress people them there? They want to see every hand in the ear. Tell if you call it, and you know call it. 25 if you call it. Tell if you call it, and you know call it. Members say at this year if you call it. Tell if you call it, and you know call it.
Comrades, I want you to give it up for Comrade Floyd. Comrades, as a young person, I can tell you that the housing policies that the PNP plans to implement are take off because young people did want this long time.
Yeah.
Enough of we are paying rent.
Rent to own your own
because we
home.
never
All
people
who say
can
rent to own your own
house.
home. Type rent to
This
your own
is what
home.
we want
Own a
long
home.
time.
Yes,
Comrades
man.
are
All
going
who
to
say Marky
invite the
G,
next
type 1
speaker to
Marky
the
G.
microphone.
Every
He's going
PMP,
to
type
be the next
PMP.
member of
All who love
Parliament
your party,
for
type
East Central
PMP,
St.
People's
Andrew,
National Party.
our current regional chairman and councillor, Comrade Dennis Gordon. Make him welcome, comrades.
Share up the live. Hanover people, own there. St. Elizabeth, own there. Ochi people, own there. St. Anne's, own there. Clarendon, own there. St. Thomas, own there.
Comrade Chair, distinguished platform, Member of Parliament, Comrade Robinson, and the next Minister.
Clarendon.
Senator, Comrade Binns.
Southeast St. Catherine, own there.
Councillor colleagues.
Southeast
Comrades,
St.
good
Catherine,
evening.
own there. Northwest
I couldn't
St.
miss
Catherine,
this
own there.
for anything, because Southeast is in good hands.
Yeah.
They have 3 champions running this constituency. His Worship the Mayor, Andrew Swaby. Jesse, in whom I am well pleased. One who is fearless and an advocate for truth. Continue to do what you're doing, Jesse. Your future is good. But comrades, I want to talk to you about 2 things. One has to do with the campaign to smear the integrity of our mayor. And I can stand here on the honor of my mother and God to tell you that our mayor is as clean as a whistle.
Lady Love, big up in a Lady Love. Comrade, big up Lady Love. Type PMP.
What
Put
they're
up the
trying
fist, put up the
is
flag,
a
the orange
distraction.
color. Yes,
But
man, put up the art,
You
them
would
orange.
say to me, Dennis, I went to a boarding
Lady
school.
Love, big up yourself,
So I know
Lady
how to
Love.
navigate.
1 PMP,
And
time
I
come.
can tell you
1 mark
that
golden. Lady
he's
Love,
doing a
big up.
fantastic job.
Share the
And
live,
no
Lady Love. Share the live, share the live.
No
Like and comment,
distraction
like and
will slow
comment.
him down. What he has achieved in the municipality in just over a year, for 9 years, the other side,
Northwest
with more money.
Clarendon. Northwest
Well, I'm
Clarendon.
not done.
Southeast
10%
St. Catherine.
of what Comrade Swaby
Western
was able
St.
to
Mary,
achieve.
one of there. St. Mary.
Leadership. Leadership. Comrade Julian is from good stock. He's a pedigree PMP. and he's going to be a fine Minister of Finance. It's not very often you can find someone in politics that you can say,
West Rural St. Andrew there.
Because he's clean.
West Rural.
And Julian is such a person. Not the rare politician who make noise, but he's steady, right? And he's forthright in whatever he's doing. So again, I can say, Southeast, you're in good hands. East Central, they are in safe hands, because like what Comrade Floyd said, we want to introduce a revolution in land and housing. It is really the only avenue to transform life and to lift people out of intergenerational poverty. And I am championing this cause, that I want you to go a little bit further, Comrade Floyd. There's a missing group that we need to include in all of this. Our seniors who have retired and are struggling to find the resources to maintain their homes. And those homes are deteriorating. We want to put in place, and it's something I'm researching, a reverse mortgage. So someone who retires, you can get monies up front, right? Holding your title as security to live out your life. If you have siblings, friends, family who you want to decree that property to, then you can do so. If there's nobody, then the state will take it and pass it on. But we must take care of our seniors. And it is one way, Comrade Floyd, that we can help grow the economy, because it will stimulate more activity in the construction sector. So that renewal is something that we really need to look at. It gives equity, great equity, and it allows persons to do what you exactly want to do. The portion initiative, to be proud about where they live, proud about how you're living. Because the truth to be told,
people share up the live, like up the live, subscribe, comment, follow the algorithm, ranking number one, came up to 1,000 likes, come people, like up and share up, PMP business with there, all who love PMP type PMP, all who say I comrade type comrade, all who say we have to win type winnings, all who say Mark Golden type Mark Golden.
That Comrade Julian Robinson would lead that growth process. Comrades, just an announcement here. Next week, Sunday, Father's Day, it is the mother of all launch. East Central will be launching its campaign on Sunday. We're doing a motorcade starting at 2 o'clock at Premix. So we assemble, the party leader will be there, and others also will join the party leader.
This Sunday,
so
East Central, motorcade.
And I can tell
East
you,
Sunday coming, East Central.
that we will have
already
over 100 vehicles in that motorcade.
East Central,
sealed, signed and delivered. And at Norman Manley High School, we're
Louise,
going to
big
roll
up in a Louise, one PMP, one Louise. Big up every PMP, you see. Louise, comrade, type PMP, put up the fist them, put up the heart them.
When you look at my predecessors, party leader, former party leader Norman Manley, and founder of the movement, Dr. McNeil, Dr. D.K. Duncan, Dr. Jones, and Dr. Phillips. Those are giants, right, an icon of this party and that constituency. So I am now given the opportunity to wear those shoes and to fill those boots. You have to have solid ideas. And I have worked out with my team solid ideas. Having done the research and we understand what those mean points are, we're going to fix them. We're going to ensure that we transform East Central as one of the model constituencies. our main issue
One
here
Louis ready and
is
waiting.
housing,
All who ready and
not
wait,
crime,
type ready. All who
housing.
ready, type ready.
And so we are
All
going
who
to
say Andrew for
ensure
call it, type
that
call
our
it. All
party
who ready, say
workers,
ready.
our
All
party
who say Andrew for
workers
step
from
down,
it
type
fly
step down. We're ready,
is
Louis.
given a second
Louis
chance
ready.
in transforming their fortunes through housing, land,
Share
and
the
title.
live, Louise. Share up
comrades,
the
tonight
live.
is really
Share up the
about
live,
Jesse.
Louise. Like and
And like I
comment.
said,
100 people over here.
Jesse is
Press up the
someone
like.
I have a
We're
lot of
not
time
charging
for.
you free for press
He's
the like.
methodical.
Like it up.
He researched and just don't fire from the hip. And even when the comrades came at him for what was true, right? The laborers came at him for what was true. His caucus stood with him.
One Louise
Demonstrate
Langshaw.
that we are a team and we are not leaving any one of us behind. Comrade Jesse, continue to work. Comrade Julian, you have a task to rebuild the fabric of our economy and to grow it. And to you I say, you will get it done because all of us will be there to support you. Comrade Binns, your portfolio cannot be underestimated because the environment is one of the biggest pandemic if we don't treat with it well. So I am sure that you're up to the task. I'm watching your releases. I'm watching how passionate you are about it.
No man,
And
tonight
we will
at the
join
speaker
you
them
to
night. Make the
ensure
speaker them
that
talk
we have
man. We
that
don't have to
success.
turn the camera in
So
a
come on, as
crowd.
I
People
start,
there
I
man.
will hand
And the excitement and horn a blow and
is
jump
in
up and
great
down.
hands. You
And the
have
message
chief
I
champions
deliver
leading the
tonight.
process. And
No
all of us will
excitement and
join
jump
in
up and
to
down and
ensure
horn a blow.
that
Oh,
we
I hear the
transform
message.
Region
Listen.
3.
Listen
I
the
have
plan.
no bother about whether or
Region
not
3
Comrade
boss,
Robinson
chairman.
will win. That was never a bother. But what I want to ensure that we grow the margins to repel anyone who has any ambition. As you did with the lady, right? It's our time now to ensure that this man who is competing with you for billboards, as a matter of fact, who has spent a lot of money putting up billboards, but coverage billboards don't win elections, right? And one thing I know, that Southeast knows how to win, and you will continue
Soon
to
turn
win.
the camera in
God
a
bless you all.
crowd man.
We're winding down, comrades, but I'm safe for the year. Comrades, are you ready? Comrades, are you ready? Comrades, you do it already. You do it already, and you're going to do it again. You did it last year for Jesse, and a time now for do it again for Comrade Julian Robinson. Comrade, welcome to the microphone. Your member of parliament, Comrade Julian Robinson.
Yeah, Rhyme Up TV.
We put up
Rhyme Up
What
TV,
the PNP
my
them
name.
there? Everybody, give me the fist, give me the fist, give me the fist. And in the ear, make we sweep with bad mind, make we sweep with the thief in crime, make we sweep with the false promise. Yo, Bunting, get your push broom. Peter Phillips, get a broom. Yo, Julia, get a broom. Mark, everybody, sweep, Bunting, sweep, Peter, sweep, Julia, sweep, Mark, sweep, Peter Phillips, sweep, Angela, sweep, Ian, sweep, Powell, sweep, Asa, sweep, Luther, sweep, Malekti, sweep, Bumper, sweep, Timothy,
Comrade Chairman, Comrade Sheena, thank you very much. A big up to you. Comrade Councillor Jesse, we are well pleased. The councillors of the KCC who are here, from the regional chair, Charmian, Eugene, Patrick, Carl, Screw, Vivian are here, Sierra Pumbles, they're all here. They're here because we fought a battle last year. We knew how important it was to take back the KCC. And we stood with the councillors to
Place
ensure
up
that
man,
the
just like
Kingston
and share and
St. Andrew
comment man,
Municipal
subscribe, follow the
Corporation
algorithm,
had
follow the
solid
YouTube
leadership.
robot. Yes
So I
man,
wanna thank
ranking
the
number
councillors who
one
are
man,
here.
follow it my people.
Comrade Swaby is
Yes
here
man,
because
like and share and
he's
comment.
abroad
Julian
on
attack
the
now, next
business of the
finance
KCMC.
minister.
And that's why he's
Place
not
full
here.
up.
And as Dennis said, when doing a 1 year, Fred couldn't do in a 8 years. So that's why bad mind people I try find things when not there. Here they are abetted by other people to try find things. But we are focused on delivering for the people of Jamaica and the people of this constituency. Comrades, I want to share with you some of the things I have done as Member of Parliament in Trafalgar in the last year. I'm just going to go through them because whenever that time comes, I campaign on the work I have done in the constituency. I campaign on my record. So I sat here.
Yeah, Andrew Bill, no school. Where the school there, Andrew Bill? Where the church there? Where the hospital? Where him Bill?
And I'm going to beg you a little time because it's
type up all our
important that you
PMP bill, school,
because
road,
when you go
all
there
the
and
PMP
talk
bill
about
on the type it.
why I
Where
should
Andrew
be
Bill, where the
returned,
school there?
you need to be able to tell people what we have done. So I'm going to start with road work.
Listen what PMP
And
done
I'm
throughout the
only
years. I'm
talking
going to tell you
about
where them done.
what I have done in the last year.
Yeah.
And let me remind people, I do an annual report every single year. For the entire this is my 14th year as Member of Parliament. And every year I've done an annual report.
One Julian.
So I'm going to outline what I've done in the last year. The roads that we have dealt with. Right? So where we there? North Avenue we deal with. Central Avenue, right here, Patching, Cunningham Avenue. We dealt with Herm McKinley, which is Roosevelt. We did Latham. We did Old Hope Road. We did Stanton Terrace. All of those roads we have patched. Everything I'm talking about in the last year. We have done Lilford Avenue. We have done Hopefield Avenue. We have done Lady Musgrave Road and the Avenue. We have done Seymour Avenue. Now Seymour is now being dug up because they're doing sewage and water. But we had repaired it before. We did Tom Redcom. We did Camp Road. We have done Dames Road. We did Arnold Road. You don't remember how Arnold Road was before? And what we have done. And you know, a comrade called me the other day. She's not there today. And she said, Comrade Robinson, one man claims say him fix the road. Me say what? Wouldn't say what me say to her because people are here. Say him fix the road. Me say him fix what road? Me say him never even there when the road fix. So what am I talking about? Arnold Road. We do Anderson Road from top to bottom, the entire way. Highway. We do Bonnier Lane. The comrades from around Del North. Right? We do the little lane between Dames Road and Hope Street. We do Hector Street. So when you look at Woodford Park, only 2 roads left. Hope Street, Nadine, and Gresham Road, and we're going to deal with them this soon. But let me go further. And there was someone here from Trafalgar Park, Mr. Morgan. With us, the Lord Nelson, Hamilton.
Share up your live, my people. Like and comment, subscribe. Share up your live.
We put in Wi-Fi.
Bless up the super chat. Bless up the super chat. Bless up the super chat. From even $1
the
go.
Spark program.
Yeah, from even $1 go. $1, $2, $5, $1, $3. Anything you can bless up. New York, England, Canada. Bless up the super chat. PMP kind, you know. PMP not mean. PMP give it. Just bless up the super chat. We're out here every night. I work humble, honestly. We are do the honesty work so we live in. Bless up the super chat.
The second project we're going to do is
PMP
Providence
family.
Pen Lane. Because the comrades who live there and the residents know that there's a problem with the drain underneath the road. And so we're going to fix the drain so that the water don't settle in the drain and cause the problems that it is causing. So after we finish Cleveland, we're going to Providence Pen Lane. We are going to start the work on the Swallowfield Netball All-Purpose Court, which should start in another 2 weeks. We have gotten
Yeah, man,
funding
donate
through
anything you
TPD
can
Cup
donate
and the
towards the
Ministerial
channel.
Economic
Bless
Growth
up the
and Job
super chat.
Creation
Anything you
to
can donate.
resurface the
If
court,
you can
to put
donate
up at the
$1,
fencing,
$2,
to put in a
$3,
seating
anything you
area,
can
to fix
donate.
up
Art,
at the
love,
play area.
diamond,
And
anything.
we're going to build a
PMP
bridge
work
across the
out here, I
gully
do,
so
my
that
comrades.
it makes it easier for those of you who live in Swallowfield to go and take advantage of the court. So that you have a play area now that you can be proud of. So whenever that time comes and I'm campaigning on the work I have done within this division. And I'm not going to deal with Vineyard Town because Vineyard Town conference will come. But I have to address something which has been going around which is very disturbing to me. There was an incident where a JLP scrutineer, Nikki, was abducted. And the Labour Party is trying to make this thing into a political thing. They're trying to insinuate and suggest that it is politics that is behind it. I knew Nikki very well. And I won't go into all the things, but I had a close relationship with her. I saw Colette earlier. I don't know if she's still here. Michelle may not be here, but Nikki had friends, probably more friends, who are supporters of the People's National Party than those from the Labour
Western,
Party.
Westmoreland,
Nikki moved through
St.
the entire
Elizabeth,
community and interacted with
there.
everybody. And nobody never have no problem with Nikki. So I don't know why somebody is going to try to inject politics into it now. I have represented this constituency for 14 years. I've been in the constituency longer. The people know me. And they don't know, say, me no mix up in them something there. My name can call in certain things. Because I lead and I represent with integrity. And I want to say to the Labour at them, me no need to deal with that for win. I am confident that I will win back this seat. I know the margin that I will win this seat by. And I'm going to tell you what that margin is. Not tonight, but when I sit down with you. Some know a man suggests about PMP I deal with them thing there. Because PMP no deal with that in this constituency. And I continue to do my work as Member of Parliament consistently, as I do every single year, year in, year out. That's why I've remained this MP. When the swing is against us, I retain the seat. When it is with us, I retain the seat. And it's not by accident, because people know the work I've done. They know the kind of person I am. Some know a man go start call up my name and insinuate, say we involved in this and we involved in that. The constituency don't have no political tension. It has none. We are continuing to do our work. But
share
people
up the
might
live,
be
my
seeking
people, the
relevance.
boss
So
at
they might try
share
to
up the
create
live, people,
a narrative
like and comment, share
of
my
politics
people, live and
involved in
comment.
this and that. I hope and I wish that Nikki will be returned. The Friday that she was abducted, I went to her house the same day. I've spoken to her daughter, and I hope that she will be returned safely. Because the reality is in Swallowfield, Labourite and PMP get along very well. Without any hostility, without any argument, even though people have their own preferences. That is how we have existed within Swallowfield. Somebody who just come into the place and don't know nobody, or try to create narrative about division and divide people and use words which may create problems that don't exist.
Marcia, the best finance minister.
I will win back this seat.
Marcia,
I am confident
the greatest,
of that,
yeah.
because I've done the work.
Marcia,
and I
hear
am
that?
ready to do the work.
Marcia, the greatest, this Marcia. Julian Robinson, the next finance minister. You can't stop Julian Robinson. And the finance minister, that Marcia. A big top boss, bright and educated and intelligent. How you do? Julian Robinson this. Marcia, how you say?
Comrades,
Over PMP people, they talk to her for
I
me,
want
yeah,
to
man.
just
No, the
talk to
deal
you a
there,
little
yeah,
bit
man.
about how we plan to improve the quality of life for the majority of the Jamaican people. I'm conscious that our main objective, if I have the responsibility of being the next Minister of Finance, we have to grow this economy so that we can provide the services that the majority of Jamaicans want. I'm not going to say them never do anything good. No, I would never say that. But what I would say is that the majority of the Jamaican people have not felt the prosperity that they boast of. When they go to the supermarket, what them have in them pocket can't buy what they want to buy. When they go to a hospital, they have to sit on a chair and
one
wait to get a
PMP,
bed.
call it 100 times.
And if you're fortunate
we
enough
don't
to
read
get
it
a
wrong.
bed,
We
if
don't
you have
read
to
it
get
wrong, you
an
know.
X-ray
You see me? One
or
Julian.
MRI,
Yes,
them
man.
then have to send
One
you somewhere else
PMP,
that you
time
have to
come.
pay. You have to pay for the
All who
ambulance
say Mark
that
Golden,
take you
type
to
Mark
the
Golden.
private place.
All who say PMP, type PMP. All who
And
say
Dennis
winnings, type winnings.
has
One
opened up his
PMP.
facility to ease the pressure on those who are most vulnerable. So I want to share with you how we plan
Fitz,
to
we
transform
might run
this economy.
against Kevin Fitz.
The
Yeah,
first
yeah.
E, and it's 5
we
E's
just
I'm going
as
to
you
talk about,
understand.
is
Kevin Fitz are
education.
yes man for true.
And we have to ensure
Kevin Fitz
that
not there nowhere
every
near,
single
man.
Jamaican
Kevin Fitz
child
can't match up
who
to this
leaves
a bright,
primary school
intelligent man.
can read,
One
they
Julian.
can write,
Kevin
and they
Fitz
can
are
do
hide, we
some
not see him.
arithmetic.
All right, we
Because
understand.
we cannot grow the economy for everybody to benefit if so many Jamaican students are going to high school.
One Marky G will say Marcia. My
So we
bad,
are
sorry, we
committed to putting the
understand now.
resources
One
at the
Marky
primary
G,
school
Marcia.
level,
My
so
bad,
that the
we
children
understand.
will get the basics. We are committed to ensuring that every single child who goes to primary school will get 1 meal minimum per day. 1 meal per day. So if the parents don't have it, and we know sometimes they don't have it to send the children to school, we are saying send the children to school because you are guaranteed they will get the meal per day. We know sometimes you may not have the bus fare or the taxi fare to send your child to school. We are going to put in place a system
All who say PMP
so that
for
you
win,
can
type
have
1 PMP.
a
All who say
subsidy
PMP for win,
provided
type
to
time
you
come.
once you are in need, that child can get to school. Because if you miss 1 day of school, 20% of the medication they miss. If they miss 2 days of school, 40%. And absenteeism is a big issue. Parents struggle to determine which day they're going to send which child to school. We cannot build an economy which is inclusive. And our commitment, we're not committed to an economy where only some people benefit and some people are living good. We want everybody to benefit and everybody to live good.
Share up your
And
life,
we
share
have
up
to
your
live
life, share up
and
your life,
reform
share up your
education
life. Like
so that
and
every
comment,
child
like and
has a solid
comment. Type where
education,
you watch
and that
from,
can
type which part you watch
translate
from.
into
New York,
skills
England,
and
Canada,
productivity
Germany,
so that we can grow the
Trinidad,
economy.
Caribbean. Type which part you watch from.
We are
Type
saying
your
to
constituency,
our tertiary
type your
students,
division,
those
type
who
your
go through high
constituency,
school
type your
and get the opportunity
MP,
to go
type
to a
your counselor,
university.
type your
We are
MP, type
reforming
your
the Student
counselor.
Loan Bureau. We're going to extend the moratorium after you graduate.
Sparling,
that you
big
don't
up the
have to
whole of
start paying
Sparling,
back the
one
loan
Sparling
immediately.
family.
And then we are
Big
going
up the
to
whole of
link
Sparling.
your payment to your income. So let me explain what I mean. Let's assume
Sparling.
that you're supposed to pay $30,000 a month for student loan. But based on your salary, you can only pay 20.
So Chilani, one of them.
We are going to ensure that you pay the 20, but you are not penalized. Your
All
account is
New
not
Jersey,
considered
big up
to
New
be
Jersey.
in default or delinquent.
New Jersey
So
family,
that
big
when the
up
credit
one New
score
Jersey.
comes,
New,
because you know we're in the era where you have a credit score. And if you're considered delinquent, it affects your credit score. We're going to put in place something linking your repayment to your salary so that you're not considered delinquent. Your credit score will be good. So when you're ready to pay down on your house, when you're ready to pay down on the car, you have good credit score, and you can lift yourself out of your situation because of your education. We're going to fix electricity so that we bring down the cost of electricity. One of the biggest failures of this government, which started with the corruption when they took over in 2016, is that they have not brought on board more renewables. Renewables mean bring more solar, more wind to the grid. It has taken them 8 years to put out a proposal to add new energy to the grid. We're going to bring more solar into the grid. We're going to deal with electricity theft. We're going to add mini grids within communities where we're putting solar panels so that those people who can't afford it will pay for the wine of your house, and that you can use the natural resources that God has given us so that you don't have to pay the high JPS bill. Because the country cannot grow if we are spending so much on electricity. When we left in 2016, the cost of electricity was somewhere between 23 US cents per kilowatt hour to 26. It is now 40 cents per kilowatt hour. So the same businesses that we want to grow, the amount of money them have to spend on electricity, them can't spend on what them need to grow the economy. We're going to bring electricity down. Our third E relates to what we call our emerging economies, which are our cultural and creative industries. And we're going to set up a fund of $1 billion per year where we provide funding for artists, or entertainers, or singers, or potters, or content creators, all of those persons who have made Jamaica punch above its weight. If you think of the names that make Jamaica popular worldwide, is Usain Bolt, is Miss Lou, is Bob Marley, is Michael Manley. We're going to ensure that we provide the resources so that those talented Jamaicans have an opportunity to build and grow their business, because we see the value of the cultural and creative industries. Our fourth E is that we're going to run the government more efficiently. Right now, you have something called the capital budget versus the recurrent budget. The recurrent budget pay your salaries and your everyday expenses. Your capital budget is what you do for large-scale projects, like building highways and roads. This government has been unable to spend the capital budget in the last 3 years. Because last year is 19 billion, not million, $19 billion that couldn't be spent. We will make sure we fix the procurement issues so that projects can go through quicker. There's something called the Public Investment Management System, which delays projects. It's important, but it delays projects too much. We're going to fix that so that projects can go through quicker. And we can't have a system where the Prime Minister, who is the Minister of Economic Growth and Job Creation, in charge of OPM, and every ministry, agency, and department fall under. And so if you need one basic thing done, it take a year for do, because you have to sign up on it. Government can't run so. So we're committed to running a more efficient government. And our final E, the fifth E, is that we're going to run an ethical government. We're going to run a government of integrity. And sometimes people say, what that mean? When you go to the hospital and you have to sit down on one chair because the bed not there, because people thief up the money for do other things, that's the cause of corruption. When you reach, and maybe not before this audience, but for those people who reach Portmore and Spanish Town at 5 o'clock in the morning and wait 2 hours on a JUTC bus because there are not enough buses to take you here, corruption is the cause of that. When your picnic go school and can't get a meal per day because the Labour Party thief the lunch money for the picnic them, corruption cost you that. So I don't want people to think when we talk about running an ethical government as something way up in the ear. When your road need for fix and it mash up the front end of your car and you have to go garage and spend how much $1,000 because the money not dead. A corruption cost you that. So comrades, we have an opportunity whenever the man call it. That such man, he might run, but him can't hide. So whenever he calls it, you must elect a leader with clean hands and a pure heart. Comrade Mark Jefferson Goldie. And you must elect a team with people who name them mix up in a scandal, who name pure, who nobody can mix up. That is the team you need to elect to ensure that the resources of this country go to the benefit of you and your children. We are a progressive party, and we can't be satisfied when we see a country where income equality is widening, where young people, no matter what them do, them can't buy a house because it's 30 and 40 and $50 million. Where we have an education system where so many of our children leave school without being able to read and write. So your government in waiting and that is ready is committed to fixing those things.
Cheer up your life.
So to the comrades of Southeast, whenever the time comes, go out there and deliver for the People's National Party. We not come for win by no liquor margin. We're going to send a signal to all who are run up and down, all who are put a poster all over the place. When we beat them, we're going to send them home so they don't come back.
Landslide.
Because we have demonstrated in good times, in bad times, that Southeast remains solidly for the People's National Party. And may I tell you, when Jesse win the last time, by 690 votes, it is the largest margin in the history of the Trafalgar division. So comrades, the time is going to be near. I will be with you as I am always, working, doing the work on your behalf, representing your interests in the best way that I can. And I intend to be your member of parliament after this election is called, until whenever that day is, that I'm ready to depart from this stage. So I urge you, let us do the work. We have a new voters list that came out May 31st. There are new additions to that list that we have to go out and canvass. There are people who we have to talk to and tell them about the work we have done and the work that we will continue. So you are the leaders of this party. Last time in 2020, I couldn't campaign because I had COVID. You delivered the victory for me on behalf of the People's National Party. I will be with you day in, day out this time to ensure that Southeast is declared. But I can't be satisfied with Southeast alone. I have to ensure that Steve come from Central Kingston. I have to ensure that Pat come from Eastern St. Andrew. I have to ensure that Patrick Peter King come from East Rural. I have to ensure that Joan Gordon Webley come from West Rural, so that we have the margin to carry out the mandate of transforming this economy on behalf of the Jamaican people. Comrades, one love, one heart.
Comrades, undecided voters, the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. Time to start your engine.
So, comrades, I want to introduce to you as a guest speaker, a friend, a sister who has served the People's National Party with distinction. A sister who holds the portfolio of environment and has demonstrated her competence in this area. A sister who is full of integrity, and who will represent your interests wherever she is with distinction. A former regional chairman, she has served this party at many levels. She is now in the Senate advocating on your behalf. So comrades, help me welcome Comrade Sophia Fraser-Baines, Senator, to address you on our behalf.
Comrade Chairman, well, look at Burunanos from YO days, turn big girl now. Comrades at the head table, too numerous to call, but I have to single out some of them. I see my former regional officers, Comrade Blake, Comrade Patrick, Comrade Kelly up here. I see the regional chairman, Comrade Dennis. One Dennis. One off, I don't know the other one gone. But there were two ladies at HQ who always took care of me no matter what I want, whether it was political advice or other advice. They were always there. Comrade Dressing. Anybody see Sonia? Anybody see Comrade Sonia? I see her right there. And Comrade Ivy. I want you to applaud these two comrades, stalwarts of the party and Southeast. Comrade, my brother, who took me under his wings. In 1997, when I started UE, my mother of blessed memory took me to Floyd and said, Ray Charles, this is my daughter, take care of him. And let me tell you something, he took care of me. But I also learned a lot because Floyd can't see. And I know Floyd can't see because I see Floyd iron up pants there. And there was not two seams in it, all right? And I see Floyd cook. And they never burn. So my brother, Comrade Ray Charles Floyd Morris.
Floyd Morris.
Comrade Jesse. One Jesse. One Jesse. One Jesse. When Jesse called me, I said, boy, Jesse, you know, say I have to go to another conference. But then I see the real Rasta man coming in.
Step up and wave your flag. Come step up and wave your rag. Step up PMP, we don't come to play. Step up to a far a better day. Step up, come out to vote.
And you know, sir, correct. You know, sir, just a real deal.
The boss checking.
Wait, Comrade V-Man Patrick from this world. And you know, I was saying, comrades, that you know that Comrade Jesse is the real deal. Because when Crony leave North, West, St. Catherine and come to Jesse conference, you know, say, something will go on. So, Comrade Jesse, we are so proud of him. When he called me and asked me to come, I said, Jesse, you know there are certain conferences that I don't miss. And your conference, Swaby conference, and Julian conference are those conferences. Because Comrade Jesse is my brother and my friend. And I told him before, I said, Jesse, I'm so proud of you. And Comrade Julian, whatever mentoring you have been doing, keep it up. Because I see Comrade Jesse, and I see your mentoring. And this is how PMP run. And then our Member of Parliament, gone, present, and future, Comrade Julian Robinson. Comrades, the warriors and the foot soldiers of the People's National Party, I greet you in love. Now, comrades, I have two things I want to talk to you about tonight. One of them, I know I'm not going to get no big applaud, but that's okay. Because I want to talk to you about something that is important. Comrade Julian mentioned that I speak on the environment. And I think we need to talk about the environment. Because the fact is that the way in which we treat the environment is going to affect our lives, our children's lives, and the children of our children's lives. And as a progressive party, all of us have a responsibility to ensure that we play our part in protecting the environment. Comrades, the fact of the matter is that the environment is too critical an issue for us not to put it as a central focus as a country. As a country, we are losing our natural resources, whether it is in the hills of Blue Mountain or a watershed. We are losing our natural resources. Comrade Jesse has been speaking a lot about the water quality. And part of the reason why we're having issues with the water quality is because the environment is polluted. Our watershed areas are not protected as they ought to. And the government is not doing enough to protect the environment. Comrades, it is very clear that the environment is important. Already, the Met Office has predicted at least 3 major hurricanes for this hurricane season that started June 1. 3 major hurricanes. And when we're talking about major hurricanes, we're not talking about category 1 or 2 hurricanes. We saw what happened last year when we had a category 3 hurricane. We saw the destruction that happened in the southern side of Jamaica, that until this day, there are still areas that have not been fixed. So the environment is important. We see what is happening, what we call climate change. Our children are going to schools that were built 50, 60, 30 years ago, but they're just not equipped to deal with it. So you find that the heat is so much that they can't focus. And so when your children go to school and they come out with bad grades, sometimes because they simply cannot concentrate because the time is too hot. And the government has not done enough to retrofit these classrooms to make them climate resilient so that our children can learn in a comfortable environment. And so, comrades, we talk about air quality issues, the issues of mining. And when I talk about mining, I'm talking about all types of mining and other things that continue to impact the air quality. Our children are having more and more respiratory challenges, asthma, them can't breathe, you have to carry them to the hospital more and more because I'm having sinusitis, the sinus is infected. These are some of the things that happen because of the poor air quality. But not just that, but oftentimes we don't even know what is the quality of the air that we are inhaling. And these are things that our Progressive People's National Party is committed to addressing. Comrades, we have developments going on unchecked. People just cutting down trees and putting in high-rise building without the necessary permits. I know Comrade Swebi has been doing yeoman service in ensuring that permits are given, in ensuring that people comply with building regulations. But as a party, we are committed to continuing what Comrade Swebi is doing, but ensuring that the process of getting development permits is faster. But comrades, we also want to ensure that when developments are going up, that you are consulted. You should not live in a single family house and the next day wake up and see a high-rise building without somebody coming to you and having a discussion with community members about the development that is going to take place and getting your commitments. And so the People's National Party is very serious about putting people at the center of the environment, of putting people at the center of development to ensure that your voices and your concerns are heard. So comrades, I want to commit on behalf of the PNP that we will consult with communities and individuals, that we will ensure that any development that takes place does not make the country in a worse position, because we believe that development can go hand in hand with progress. We believe that economy grows best when we do it sustainably. So if you cut down a tree somewhere, you plant 2 trees somewhere else, because that is how we're going to have the balance in the environment. And make no joke, comrades, when we destroy the environment, we're destroying our economy. Because when we destroy the environment and we have all the hurricanes, then what happens is that we have to use the money that we should be using to build hospitals, to renovate roads that are destroyed because of hurricanes. So we all have to ensure that we have a singular focus on the environment to build a resilient Jamaica. Because us as the People's National Party believe that a clean environment is not a luxury, but it should be a right for every Jamaican, regardless of who you are or where you live. So comrades, that is what I want to talk about for the environment. Then I want to talk about something else. It's 2 things I'm talking about. One was the environment, and the other one is this. This election represents the most consequential election in the history of Jamaica.
Bloody.
Remember this, that every juncture in Jamaica's life, every time we meet some kind of challenge, it has always been the People's National Party that comes to the rescue. And it is very clear, when we're talking about the time of independence, where we're determining who we are in self-governance, we have Norman Manley. And history shows right throughout that we have always chosen Jamaica. So when them come with this thing that said, choose Jamaica, the question we must ask them is, what happened to the 9 years? Because if they were choosing Jamaica in 2020, when they had 6 months left to call an election, in the height of COVID, the most contagious virus in a long time, they called an election, knowing that our hospitals are not up to standard, knowing that the senior citizens could not come out and vote, knowing that Jamaicans were just terrified of this unknown. But they didn't choose Jamaica, they chose themselves. So comrades, when them come to you and tell you that you must choose Jamaica, you must ask them, where were they for the past 9 years? Why they didn't choose Jamaica? But let me tell you why they didn't choose Jamaica. They did not choose Jamaica because they were busy choosing themselves. They were choosing themselves with corruption. Comrade Eugene spoke about the list of corrupted activities, whether it was the used car dealer, whether it was Nestle, the list goes on, the cake, the birthday cake. Yeah. We know that they chose their friends. But it wasn't just their friends that they chose. They chose what was in their best interest. So they didn't care about procurement rules. I hear them talking now about the delay in handing over social housing is because of procurement rule. 9 years and they did not fix it because they were busy choosing themselves and choosing their friends. Comrades, make no joke. They have never chosen Jamaica. They do not intend to choose Jamaica. They have always chosen power over the people. They have chosen self-riches over the people. They have chosen family and friends and cronyism and nepotism over the people. And then they want to come to you now at the 9th hour and tell you to choose Jamaica. What kind of Nicodemus behavior is that? Well, we are going to tell them, as Damien Crawford said, nothing can go so. But comrades, we're not only going to tell them that they did not choose Jamaica, because we are going to tell them that the People's National Party has always chosen Jamaica. It is in our DNA.
Take back JPS, take back Digital, take back Flow, take
so
back the
whether it was Norman Manley when he
Jamaica,
chose to have an independent country, we chose Jamaica over the monarch. Whether it was Michael Joshua Manley in the 1970s, Whether it was
Take
equal
back
pay for
JPS.
women, no
One
boss
back
on
the
the
cable and
day,
wireless.
minimum wage,
That's for own
Jamal,
things.
free
But if you choose
education.
Jamaica,
We
you know what
chose Jamaica. So they can come to us and tell us about choosing Jamaica now, because we know what it is to choose Jamaica. And then, comrades, we have PJ Patterson. And PJ Patterson understood the importance of infrastructural development, because he said the road to development is the development of road. And then he went and he built the highway because he chose Jamaica, but they chose politics and took us to court. So them can't talk to us about choosing Jamaica, because we know what it is to choose Jamaica. We have tried, we have tested, and we have proven that the People's National Party has always chosen Jamaica. But we're not finished. Because under PJ Patterson, in choosing Jamaica, he understood that to feel a part of Jamaica, you need to own a piece of the rock. And in owning a piece of the rock, he set up the land program that anybody could get a title for the land that they have owned on. He sought to break the generational poverty by saying that generational land must be dealt with once you can prove that you have lived there for 12 years. We have always chosen Jamaica. And then Sister P. Oh, there are so many things we can say about Sister P and choosing Jamaica. Because when Sister P inherited the economy in 2012, when them take the IMF money and them name it out and then they carry out none of the terms and nobody wanted to deal with Jamaica, Sister P put her entire political capital on the line. When nobody wanted to talk to Jamaica because the Jamaica word is not honorable, Sister P, along with PDP, went to Washington, put her entire political career on the line, and negotiated an IMF agreement for Jamaica, because at that time she realized that she must choose Jamaica over her own political image, because she understood that if she did not choose Jamaica, Jamaica would suffer, that Jamaicans would not be able to pay the light bill, that the hospitals would have to close down, that we could not pay our teachers. She understood that mothers would not be able to take care of their children, and children can't go to school, and rainfall, you have no road. Sister P understood that, and she chose Jamaica. And it is because she chose Jamaica why when she came back, she was able to meet with all the trade union, and her goodwill and her history of always choosing Jamaica allowed her to enter into several agreements with the civil servants so that we could do what the IMF asked us to do, to rescue Jamaica after the labor rights them plunder it. And you think they can talk to us about choosing Jamaica? Comrade Portia Simpson understood that in choosing Jamaica, we had to put the people at the center. And that is why every time she spoke, whether in parliament or on the political platform, she says, we're balancing the books, but we're balancing people's lives. That is how you choose Jamaica. You don't choose Jamaica by just enriching your friends, your family, and your cronies. That is not choosing Jamaica. 9 years on, and you finally, like Nicodemus, come and said, choose Jamaica. Well, let me tell you, the People's National Party writes the book, have the copyright for the book that said, choose Jamaica. So them can't come talk to us about choosing Jamaica. And so, comrades, because choosing Jamaica is a part of our DNA. We were conceived in choosing Jamaica. We were born in choosing Jamaica. We were groomed in choosing Jamaica. We live, we live choosing Jamaica. we have no doubt that Mark Jefferson Golden and the People's National Party will continue to choose Jamaica when he becomes Prime Minister.
Step up and wave your flag. Come step up and wave your rag. Step up, PNP, we don't come to play.
And so, comrades, we know that Mark G will choose Jamaica. And we know that because of some of the policies that Comrade Floyd spoke about when he come on to housing. We know that because of some of the policies that Comrade Julian spoke about. Because for the PMP, this is not just winning and getting state power. This is about how do we empower people? How do we help to uplift everybody? Every boy, every girl, every mother, every father, every retiree who spent the years working and investing in this country, but sometimes can't even put food on their table. We understand that. We understand that the curve has gone off and the People's National Party is the only party that can rescue Jamaica and set us back on a sure footing because we know what it is to make people progressive. So under Mark G, when we choose Jamaica, we know that no one will be left behind. We know that our children will be able to go to school on decent buses because Comrade Crawford is here, bless his heart. And we're going to have a rural bus system to ensure that our children don't have to be pushing and struggling to get to school because we have a bus system for
bring her private platform, she bad.
We know that our women...
No, they must say she bad, but they need her on every platform.
We know, comrades, that our mothers will have an opportunity to work in dignity for a decent salary so they can look after their children. We know that our civil servants won't have to worry that politicians are getting 300% increase under the JP government and they can only get 20%. That is not going to happen on a Market G because we choose Jamaica. But comrades, the idea of choosing Jamaica by itself is not enough. You and I know that. You and I know we have always chosen Jamaica. But you have one more task to do, and that is the task of being the messenger. Because you have to go to the hills and the valleys and the byways and preach the gospel according to the People's National Party. We have to let all of Jamaica know and understand that this is the moment to shine. This is the moment to truly choose Jamaica and choose the People's National Party. So what does it mean? I'm not worried about Southeast, you know.
Teach them,
because
princess.
you're a general, have everything locked. So no matter what they come with Julia and Chris, I am confident of that. So what I want Southeast to do is to make sure we lock up the thing early election day and go across to Eastern St. Andrew to support Comrade Pat and go down to Central Kingston to support Comrade Steve. Because we need and go
we're ready.
And to go to East Rural to support my long-time friend Comrade Patrick. Because comrades, it is important that we work as a community in choosing Jamaica.
One PMP party.
All of us have that responsibility to choose Jamaica.
Bigger win.
And in choosing Jamaica, comrades, we are going to ensure that we put on with sneakers, that we lace it up, and that we finish the canvas that is required. So comrades, come with me. Tell your neighbor, tell your friend, tell your co-workers, tell everybody that time come. No.
Get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Get rid of it. Come talking about
So comrades, I have one last thing to say. I know it is not easy. I know they're going to come with you from all angles. I'm already started already. We know the money are going to roll. But we have never been afraid of money. Because the power of the people is stronger than any money power.
Take it and vote them out.
Comrades, I challenge you. Let us not be weary in doing good. Because behold, comrades, redemption draweth nigh. So all my comrades, see the signal waving in the sky.
Hello.
Reinforcement.
Hello.
Now appearing. Victory. Victory. Victory is nigh. Thank you, comrades. One love. Time come.
Music.
Comrades, I want to give it up for Senator Fraser Gibbs.
Get rid of them.
Comrades.
Get rid of them.
1 minute from the rest.
One Sophie. One Sophie. Comrades, we are at Trafalgar Division. And I said we were wrapping up earlier. But while we were here and Sophia was giving her presentation, we had some guests coming in. And I don't know if you know that one of the guests that came in is Jesse's big brother. So we have to make him come greet you, right? Comrades, help me welcome Comrade Damian Croft.
Respect. First of all, I'm surprised when we reach for here, say it's so locked up. I never know say curfew over here, man. I feel Jesse, what really going? I'm stressed the thing just started.
And the artist just reached.
One rust, not another.
Not no other. Yeah, they must say them have rust too.
Rust.
Try to mix up the original. I want to say special big up to Julian Robinson, of course, the Manayard. And to Jesse, my mentee, my little brother. I have to come tonight. He not even invite me, because I know I just show. But I have to tell him in the public, so me personally proud of him.
Oh, yeah.
As a youth.
One Jesse.
And I really tell him after him, come and call him more time and beat him, But the two my father grew me, so when I get 95, he say, want to next 5. So I grow, you understand? So me always call him and I say, yo, what about that and that and that and all that? Tell him no man, fix that and fix that.
Sorry,
but as summer grow, you always have to try to improve, always have to, you can't rest. Because then we take advantage of the moments that you're resting. To my colleagues running for members of parliament, Mr. my brethren Patrick, I say Sunday I go ram up.
Right there, so.
What time? Because I don't want to come down and leave the soon and lock off early again. Come like nice abatement. I want really to go at 2 o'clock. Alright, because I put on my shoes, And to all the councillors, YO members and members of the executive. In particular, I have to say to the councillors, thank you for taking us to where we are today. They were committed in spite of multiple postponements.
Yeah, man, thank the councillor them.
And they took us from where we were 14 seats to where we feel like we're certain of victory. And the councillors should never be forgotten for what they did in that period to carry us through. And of course to those who never gave up on the People's National Party. All of them are laugh and never shame for wearing orange. Stand firm and stand tall. The quarrel a bar,
One
the supermarket to the taco
time
shop.
come.
How much labor I do and then say they're hungry, they say, yeah man, we need to tell you what.
Time come.
No, after all the work. Because I remember when conference did little bit till it started get bigger and bigger and bigger till the conference can't hold it. And now labor right can't call election. Them just say them coward like that. Yeah man, them can't call it. What I want to talk about today though, is that I recognize that them are go around and do be shenanigans. Go up on stage and want to play Chichi Man song. Or them say, the look one who run against me now, him say me lock off his sound with 100 man and me only have 4. Like me and John Wick. I live right lie like showing. And them want to yeah, like karate show. And then, but it's just be a gimmicks. And then, after them go and do all the gimmicks, nationwide tomorrow will say, perfect speech by the JLP, PMP have no plan. And I don't hear no plan coming from the JLP. Now, when I was younger, I just jump in and join them with all the gimmicks, because Desmond say and sue me. I just say me and sue back Desmond. On behalf of the Bible. Because the Bible says in the beginning was the Word, and Desmond older than the Word. So therefore, Desmond is making the Bible seem to be telling a lie. Now sue him on behalf of the
Southeast St. Andrew. Southeast St. Andrew, big up.
Northwest St. Because that is what they want. They want an election of quarrel and ray and casket. So me now go this. Me now go with the local virgin now we are run against me now because today go for one local platform him say he must send me a message. Oh, if they labor right meeting and send me a message. Oh, that don't make no sense. You send your people them a message. And the message where must send me, I know my early speaker, so you must forget the local 2 seconds. He must send me a message say, his duty is to keep me grounded. Not to win, he want to keep me grounded. Teamwork. It's not to win.
Zero start the man I make. Zero start the man I make.
No.
Zero start.
You see, why I rate Jesse? Jesse's a winner. I see a winner never lose because they learn. I make up Portland and see the same play what them a play. If you start something, and when you answer them say, look there. Because I remember when we were at Portland and them I say crawfish. I mean, I say, yeah, there's only there, alright, cool. And then they might play Chichi Man song. Which, that don't mean nothing to me. Because no man can define me and what me be. You understand? I mean, I think them, the beautiful ladies that I've had in my life, they're not compare and compete. But then now when me say, yo, but they look one and not too competent, you know. Them say, oh, you say that? Lord God. And the whole world. So I now follow them. Because a winner never lose, he learns. Now one thing we start to do now is study JLP and understand them style. And realize that even them sign is a problem. Because the sign is the combination of the middle finger and the trigger finger. If you look on the JLP sign, it is a combination of the trigger finger and the middle finger. So if you escape the trigger finger, you will not escape the middle finger. I've studied the JLP. So when they were supposed to choose Jamaica, them choose Dodos, which was the trigger finger.
Yeah.
And when they were supposed to choose Jamaica, them choose the gear man money, we don't buy no car, and then give us the middle finger. So the JLP is a combination of the trigger finger and the middle finger. Now the Jamaicans who want to escape the trigger finger and the middle finger know who to choose. They will choose Jamaica, choosing the People's National Party. A simple matter and a simple reality. So what we want to talk about tonight is really what we are going to do. Because they keep saying we don't have no plan.
Ellis, go on.
The first thing them say, PNP no plan.
Go on, Ellis.
We got the thing with Julian, and with Mark and lick them with plan. Then say, nah, no casting. We go and give them the casting. Nationwide, say Crawford say, we late but we reach. Nobody never asked me no question. Nationwide asked Mark Golding that question. Mark Golding got to the mic and answer, and then Nationwide said, me say we late but we reach. You understand? So we are looking on what we are going to do. What we are going to do is simple. The difference between the PMP and the JLP is what we find to be important. The JLP find GDP, GNP as the most important. We find HDI, human development, as the most important. So therefore, the JLP always thinks about profit when we think about people. That's the biggest difference between the PMP and the JLP. Now, the two things between
share
Michael
up the live,
and
share up the live, no man. Share up the live, like and comment. 300 people over here, give me 300 like. Share up the live.
Was that there were only two considerations, profit and people. And it's not that we're not business about profit, we just prioritize people. And them man then I said they're not business about people, them just prioritize profit. Them man they now bring in a third one called pocket. So it is people, profit and pocket. So the reason they're afraid for call election is that for the first in the history of Jamaica, both the profit and the people hate them and them will choose the pocket. Because them will fight out profit people. All of a sudden politicians have every type of business and multiple businesses. Them have compete with people who have choking.
Yeah, man. Hey, Ellis, go home. Hey, Ellis. Ellis, over your son of you. Hey, Ellis. Take care yourself. Your son of you, Ellis.
Them are import chicken back and honey and them are build house. I mean, I hear Andrew Wellness in Parliament say, when you raise up the money where people get from NHT, it make house price go up. But me still I go do it. Oh, that makes sense. But then me say, he wants some of my people around him a build house. So maybe them want a higher price for houses. So, full. Yeah, he say belly full. It must full by now. So what we are realize is the people recognize that when you look at logic, it is not on the GLP side. I don't know if Chung is a politician or is not a politician. But when you look at logic, it is not on his side. You can't put a man who don't make up his mind about what he feels on a particular issue of importance to go and investigate that issue. And I hear some of my brethren in the private sector say he's unbiased, maybe to PMP and JLP. But nobody is unbiased to their own opinion, which he has already stated that he has an opinion. So we'll look and say, yo, all right, what do we want to do? We want to move people to the ultimate state of human existence, and that is interdependence. The ultimate state of human dependence is when you can depend on me and me can depend on you. That's why it's called interdependence. Now, what is the problem is that to reach to that ultimate state, you have to move from being dependent to being independent. Because if you're not independent, nobody can depend on you. That's why you see everybody want to have food and nobody no want to buy the groceries. You ever run a boat and the man when put no money account the dumpling. So when you check out all these reality, yeah, them Master, you get 4 dumplings and they put no money. No, the truth of the matter is that the JLP's policies have never been geared towards moving people from dependence to independence. Is to maintain people in a state of existence that you need them at all times, that you need them to eat a food. That's why he's here. Andrew Woolley said that 6,000 people need a house. Free house. Them said the poorest people in this country need a house. It's 6,000. And he might build 30 a year. Now my maths tell me it will take 200 years for him to build 6,000. Where Andrew will be prime minister for 200 years? No, that is not going to, that's not a good policy. No, I'm glad for who get a house, because anybody get a house, I'm glad for them.
Yeah.
But from a concept of logic, logic is not on his side.
Reality.
But he wants to walk around and give a one house. Now PJ in 1 year over Portmore build 10,000 houses. So therefore when it comes to house, they're not in our category. If we are going to make people independent, the least we can do is to make them have somewhere to live. Them say even the bird have a nest.
Son of
No,
a
how
man
can
have
I be a
nowhere to
squatter in
rest.
the only country where can't deport
Son
me?
of a man have nowhere to
Then
rest.
if means a squatter in the country where can't deport me, then me have no existence. So therefore the PMP have said ownership is important. And so from Michael Manley time, because remember me say after the independent is not new, Michael Manley call it self-reliance. And then that self-reliance makes others can rely upon you. Like your children rely upon you. Like your mother, if she get old enough, rely upon you. Like your sister and your brethren rely upon you. So if you make yourself independent, then that independence make others can rely upon you. So we say our housing is important. From NHT, we say housing is important. From Operation Pride, we say housing is important. Now this man walk around with one house and say him build more house than PMP. Logic is not on his side. Where is his Portmore? Where is his Mona? Where is his Harborview? Logic, where is his Karachi? Logic is not on his side. Manly Meadows. Logic is not on his side. So what we're going to do moving forward is that we recognize that we want a system that make people who are informal in their operations can own a house. And so we have a rent-to-buy system. See the man has a way to talk about it. Fly it. We say rent-to-buy. We say you're going to get a house and pay rent. And over time, contributions from that rent go towards paying your down payment. And the rent change into a mortgage. You know how much people are paying them 150 in a New Kingston and 200,000 and can't save no money because that will bleed out all of them money. You know most people are make 300,000 and the rent take 200,000 and the car loan take 50,000 and them mother sick a country and they take 30 more thousand and them have a sister where take 60 and them have to beg people even though them make 300,000. You know much people can't go to bank and get a loan because they are not in the farmer sector to get a pay slip. So we're saying that, yo, if you have a sound, if you do your own robbing, if you hustle a market, if you sell downtown, if you do your thing from the side and don't have a pay slip, isn't it right that if you pay 6 months of the mortgage, that is reasonable qualification that you can pay the mortgage? Because the other man only pay 3 month pay slip, him never pay the mortgage. So we say we have to do that. The JLP said that no, we don't do that. Why we not do that? The people are going to put you in for doing it. We said that again, you have some people who, you see when time you're born, bro, the tail of poverty coming like it no one left you. Because the expenses you face, the first youth to make it in a them family, most times, have to carry the rest of the family. Me tell you because my uncle, it's a local labor right still, but we are talking to him. He might come over slowly but surely. He's a good man. But he's the first to go to university. Him that have mind the whole way. Him that have to pay my school fee, Georgia school. Me have 55 cousins, him have to mind the whole 55. And about 15 live with him. That I got delay how him can make a life and make a living, you know. So you have some little 22, 24-year-old out there. When you say, oh, them work a big work and them broke, you don't know what them are carrying, you know. You don't know, say, mommy have cancer, 7 million for treatment, you know. Worse if she don't have no insurance. You don't know, so when you look at cousin call you and say, they want a root canal 150 grand gone, you know. You don't know, say you buy book for your little sister like your picnic because your mother never have it. And you feel an obligation to the family.
Reality.
So we say, yo, that person who is in that position, we will give them a grant for them house down payment so that the realities of life don't continue to hold them hostage by who they were born and where they were born.
Reality.
I tell you, say, when my father did it, he said the only thing he can left me is advice. I mean, you can imagine now as a big man, I say, how he will feel if you know, say the only thing he can left is advice. I mean, I say, yo, then if he work all this time, no could have will all the NHT benefit to me. Why make him care and will it to me? We want to go to one point where a man can say, yo, you want to know, I work all my life and I couldn't afford a house and I got deport. Make me write down a will. Make my son get my benefit over time. So that when me reach
people
to
like
that point,
up the live, people share up the live, like up the live, 300 odd people over here. Like up the live, people, like up the live, the man. Free of all costs. Like up the live.
You know if you try married to get them 2 points. By the time you check it out, domestic violence makes you have to run out of the same house. No, they don't like what I'm talking about, because I know what going on. When me hear liberators say them know, don't make Greenpeace tell cow foot say Oxtail and know about pressure. Come and know it. So we say we have to put in that system that you can get the grant for your down payment. You still have to go pay 30 more million, you know? But enough people cannot get the down payment to start, so they're stuck in a rent.
Yes. For years.
JP said, no, do that. Make them need you for $5 grand in election time. Because all they do is starve you till they love them for food, you know? They tie you out in the desert, you know, when they give you a little bit of water, it's a tank you sir.
Rose cow.
Because at the same time you're feeling save your life even though I tie you out in the desert.
Rose cow.
We look around this country and see some 10 subject people that catch box down a Chinaman wholesale, you know? We look around this country and see some people who should have been doctor and suffer under the oppression of can't afford school fee. I would talk about it, but them mother have a phone. Phone can buy school fee every year. Every time they want to criticize poor people, they use a cell phone. Then how much time them they going to use their phone money they say? They not pay them fitness CXC and them have a phone. They don't now have the rent, them have a phone. They not pay light bill, the same phone. 100,000 could I make a person make alright for the rest of their life? So when the people out there now and them are suffer, some picnic if you go turn doctor, I tell you say 4 million a year. And them mother make minimum wage. No, well, if them save the whole minimum wage, they not take taxi, they not go out there, they not do nothing with the money, they not eat. It can't pay the 4 million. So we say we tired. Because if we see a tractor run taxi, we just say, what kind of worthless tractor this? It shouldn't be running no taxi. But we have people who be doctor, I work at call center. We have people who be engineer, I work at wholesale. Yeah. We have people who have the ability to make it. Show them the barn with a gold spoon and a mouth.
You have to survive,
so
you know?
Say no more. If you're the first in your family to matriculate to university, you will go for free under the People's National.
Survival name.
When we say that, the JLP said nobody less than Darrell Vaz will come criticize it. Now Darrell Vaz can't count past 10 without licking chest. So how am I going to go to million? When Darrell Vaz reach 10, him have to say 11, 12, 30. How Darrell going to calculate money? I never hear a school claim Darrell yet. Which school he used to? Mere Campaing claim Julia. Mere KC claim Patrick. I never hear a school proud say Darrell got ahead. I tell them say me I go sue this man on behalf of CXC because they don't know if he need. But then send him to come calculate. Back and stop at Darrell.
Portland should have bright.
When election done, me I give him 1,000 back a stopper so he can count to 1,000. Other than that, he can't pass.
Portland should have bright. Portland should have full of technology.
He come with a madness said that will cost Jamaica 1.3 trillion. Now the good thing we love with Jamaica, they're not too full of food. So nobody not take him on. Because everybody knows that Tweedledum can't read and can't write. And he can't sue me because the truth is a good out defense.
Them dunce, all of them dunce.
They said don't do that, why not do that? But the JLP has never been for education. Never been. We go again. And we say we realize that there's a problem with absentee. How much time you have come in talk? What a long time you touch where's Mr. TV? You come on, this with the on the internet.
You're live.
Put it on YouTube.
You're live, man, you're live.
We recognize that there's a problem with absenteeism. So after them send back a stopper, Darrell, here comes bank book Andrew now.
28 bank accounts.
He doesn't even understand the difference between absenteeism, which means the mother can't send you, and truancy, which means that you're born school. So when we say absenteeism a problem, him say him have to fix truancy. I say, but Jesus, them man in a bright like when we in a 1 grade and then time there with the eagle.
Yeah.
We go further and say, yo, what is the problem why sometimes they not go to school? Call lunch money. Then cannot find the food. So we said that Julian gonna say, yo, we're gonna give $400, which JP only give $180. We say we are give $400. Because we tired of this segregation in school where you have part line and non-part line. That the people who dep on part feel like they want shame for one special line and that JLP. Because them only can get white rice and chicken food. Because it cannot buy nothing else. I see people are run back and you know, him new thing I say for vote for him because him black and mark white.
Racist.
What can go so?
See how go
so
white.
He goes down. And Julian said we are give 400 to 56% of the people. Because 56% of the people have food insecurity. Them say them will give 180 to 30% of the people. So Julian licked them again and said, and we are going to do breakfast. Instead of raise the $180 to 300 or 400. Then go around and cook and come back and say, we are going to do breakfast too. I said, oh, that's a thief. I mean, I'm talking about the money coming on. They assume about the idea. And the idea we are talking about. Because every idea, I say Andrew Thief, I'm styling. I say Andrew got parliament and say, you are not the father. Am I styling? I know 6 months ago since we used to styling. I said, this brother here study me. By next week, him have locks in. Team style. So them say them are going to do breakfast. So we say, oh, the breakfast. But them say 1 billion for 69,000 people for 190 days. Now them don't know say me a mathsman that is $70 a day. Oh, $70 a day if you give somebody breakfast. But them things are the whole we never. But my father fight with Michael Manley so that me could have go KC so that them will go UE. That's why we know the value of it. So we do the maths now, them are come with $69 now. If that I go give people them breakfast. What kind of breakfast? What can go so? But because Julian said breakfast now, them have to answer back. It coming like a soundclash. Anything we say, them have to answer back. So Julian know, hey, Julian really thought enough still. But then I'm really bright like Julian. I want to see that the debate between what can go so and Julian.
Yeah, debate.
Me I buy popcorn for that.
Yeah.
Because from Pro Box said $2,000 could I buy Pro Box. This don't make no sense.
Again. The duds.
But we want them from conference, you know. Say, oh, this lady now is the worst education minister we have ever seen. And then she get a promotion. But that is what she could do what they want her to do. Is to make we dance. That was them plan.
Yeah.
They wanted 18%. Yeah. When she done her calculation, it looked like she didn't feel like she have a good part to them. She said, but when he saved the 2,000, you're going to buy a Pro Box. We said, for the other row of yards. Let's see, don't laugh too much. That's why Lebron said we are clown. She said, you can buy a Pro Box. But when you check the maths, Julian licked them again now and said, yo, we're going to give $2,500 to the children who are needy for transportation. Now them they understand that because here them come back now. We are going to put in bus, school bus. Yeah. Now them go, they will matter the year. But them go for 60 bus then say Julian.
Pop down buses.
It don't even matter the time. Because it not pass the first or glass sense. Them said they go for 60 buses for about 11 parish. So if you look on that, 60 buses for 11 parish at about what? 6 bus? 5.6 something. No, you can't do that to Darrell, you know, because you have half a back stop. So just roll it half to something, you know. Can I count half a finger? Yeah, back stop. Yeah, one number you have to give that back stop direct. Back stop direct, you have to give one number. But you have 60 constituencies, 63 constituencies. So you minus the Kingston one, them you have to about nearly 2 per constituency at maximum. How 2 bus going to carry thousands of children? It just don't make no sense because a regular school have 1,000 picnic. The bus have 50 seats. That means that the most they can get is 100 picnic. And it can't go further than the straight way because if it go up in the interland, it not going to reach back in time for school.
Share up the live, share up the live, share up the live.
All them want to fight out taxi man because they want to participate in the gas local. You know what one on my JTC? I don't want to say because them is so but the gas I get missed up.
Like up the live.
Yeah, gas I get missed up on my JTC. I don't never leak. I don't know the heat make it evaporate. But they are now trying to give the middle finger to the taxi man to go compete with the taxi man instead of incorporating the taxi. So we said 20,000 picnic, we are going to go to principal and guidance counselor, make them tell me who have a problem, send the social worker, go see if money is the issue, coordinate now with the people who are taxi people, and then make that be a system that we pay the taxi people to carry them down. Them don't even realize that sometimes the money are the problem. Some rural places, the taxi not go there because it don't make no financial sense for the taxi go there. Because it not have nobody go there and come back to make it be a good 2-way trip. Some places where farming community, the adults not travel because they just walk out and farm. So therefore the taxi man not see no benefit in just go carry picnic alone. You have to subsidize that trip. Them not see those things. So we say we are going to get 20,000 picnic, 2,500. Then say no, not do that. Make them stay at their yard. So all of these things are plans and policies what we have.
The nutrition.
And then Nationwide will come tomorrow and say Damon Crawford called Darrell Buckstopper Darrell. Not about none of the plans. You know. And him go sue me because I'm a Buckstopper and use a stone. I mean, that trouble if I stone him. Oh, me liar, sorry. If I stone me, alright, say, me liar, say, the concept that counts. You understand? It can't count. So when you go there, my people, our plan is simple. Move the people from dependence to independence. And then make them now, out of their own free will, contribute to interdependence. People power is to make the people become empowered. And I see Jesse doing that. And I see Julian doing that. And I see the candidates out here doing that. I see the senators doing that. I see the people who are living the lifestyle of the PMP doing that. And so I know that whenever it is called, we are ready. The last message is to the man who run against me down a country. Jah will never give the power to a body.
Hi, copy live.
Respect and power to people.
Give the power to the wall.
Comrades, time come. I'm not the time come because we reached the end, but time come, comrades. Comrades, we are at the end of the Trafalgar Divisional Conference. And I must congratulate you, comrades, because some of us they hear from
you never hear the message, you never hear the message, you're there for you now listen.
Comrades, big up yourself. But before you go, I just want to remind you that, you know, it's a school, we need to ensure so we pick up the garbage, find the bags, dispose of them, because school is tomorrow morning, children will be here, alright? So comrades, let's now stand for Jamaica, alright? You have it or are we going to sing it? All right, after 2, 1.
The trumpet sounded, my countrymen up, so awake from your slumber and answer the call. The torch has been lighted, the dawn is at hand. Who joins in the fight for his own native land? Land of my birth, I pledge to be loyal and faithful.
Time come.
Yo, this is Bungie Garland, the Viking of Soca. New time has come, new direction. Mark Golden, good friends that he's holding. Yeah, check it. Clear the way when the big one's strolling. Hey! Mark Golden. Yeah. Mark Golden ready. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. Yeah, we're ready. The people them ready. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. Oh! Look at the people raising up. The whole Jamaica waking up. Get ready for what we're pulling the man with passion and a purpose. From Kingston straight away. A man going them say, get ready to make up a new way, a new way. Yo, the entire Jamaica know. Golden are the best on this show. Golden step on the road.
After I'm gonna see you, they are coming from the back.
One rhyme up.
Yes, sir.
Loving you, sir. Aight, man. Respect. Where's the rhyme?
Rhyme up TV.
Alright, rhyme up. Long to rhyme up. You hear that?
Yeah.
Play and come. Respect.
Alright. Go on, Mama. You're there. Partner man, big up partner man. You know, say from there.
So St. Andrew is a straight.
Every time, big up my MVP. And big up my phone. So I'm not on the move, so I'm not getting a hold
Yeah.
One Sarah Marshall, one Louise Newland.
Every time, nothing change. So St. Andrew for life. When nobody can buy real, nobody can do nothing. Because my mom go to the constituency. Anytime you're ready, we're ready. It's not a problem. Because nobody can buy real. Because we not take by you. Big up my goal and show that we come to the phone start every time.
Alright, go on.
Power to the people.
I'm to your weight. Weight look good, man. Nothing wrong with the weight. Patrick, what you say? Ready? No, man. They say ready, Mama call it.
Long time. I just make them, all your viewers them come out of we rally Wednesday. We start at 12.
Which part? Your constituency?
Yeah, man, right through the constituency. The conference, the mass rally going to be in Harborview Primary School.
This Wednesday?
This Wednesday, starting at 7. So make everybody come out. Alright?
Yeah,
no
man.
love and respect.
Hello, ladies. Why are you still standing here? They're waiting on you, sir. Oh, that's my boss. They say I make a talk.
Big up in my classmate.
Yeah, man.
Don't know, you know. Big up in man. I eat man. You see?
Up there, my boss.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, there. Alright now people, we are going to end the live. Everything done now. I done a sentence. We are going to down a Gabriel. Party leader down there. So we are going down a sentence now. And go see what I go on down there. So viewers and subscribers, my name is World Rhyme Up. I'm Rhyme Up TV. Make sure you like, share and subscribe. I'm out.